So I have something that I wrote that I would like to share. First of all, I want to say that I'm realizing that I'm not the only person in the world, which I know can sound funny, but I don't know, I think I always felt like that. Almost like everything around me was images, and I am this witness of the images. And now I'm realizing, which is, I feel a little late to realize, 25, that I am in a world, that I'm not watching images. I feel that makes me feel a little bit emotional. Maybe I'm remembering some things, but that I'm not watching images and that I'm not just one being, but that I am many. I am inside this world. Ooh. And I am like, I don't know if I feel, yeah, I do kind of like, if I'm really pulling into it, kind of feel like everything. Like I'm more than just this. It's not just images, that's the main part. Now I'm in the world. Before I read this, I want to say what's in my mind. I have been watching this YouTuber. It's been very healing for me to watch her. And she talks about her teenage self, like how her life that she has now is what her teenage self envisioned that she had, or more like what she wished she had, you know. And I remember now people from high school and how they were real people when they were in their teenage years. It's almost like who they were then was like how's that called? A progression, and now they are still themselves, but just older. I do not feel like that. And that is very peculiar. I am seeing a random hair. That is very peculiar. I feel like my life has had chunks, and I feel like I connect with it through different stages. Like sometimes I remember my 3-year-old self because I saw a picture and I feel like connection to that picture, and I feel like that connects to, I don't know, a few years from now. And then this other time, like right now, it feels a lot like 2020, 2019. 2019 was rough, but let's say 2020. Yeah, that makes more sense. Actually, me connects with, like, there's almost like I wouldn't say I'm the same person. I say like that progression makes more sense to me now. And yeah, so I wanted to say that before for no particular reason. So I have here fall, December 3rd, 2025. Your ego makes all these plans related to the person who you want to be. Great. But then as you fulfill these activities, you find yourself to be consumed, lifeless, and dreading. I want you to pay close attention to the words that I use because they are they're chosen for a reason. So consumed, lifeless, and dreading. Every single one of those words are important. Doing new things isn't scary. At least not scary enough to make you dread acting. The thing is that your ego is making plans without asking your heart to sign off on them. Making a choice without having your heart in it is the same as making no choice at all. I love that little situation. So the whole "but I feel better after" phenomenon happens, I believe, because of conditional love and validation. Now, this is not telling you to... I'm overthinking right now. Okay. This is not telling you to... oh, now I have to love myself unconditionally. I don't have to look for validation. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm actually trying to guide myself, guide you to a place that holds you rather than scrubs you, and it's like a constant friction. I I used to see this vision of me as a statue, and I kept being reminded, if you chisel too much, you will end up with nothing. Of course, you feel better after. You had a plan and you're fulfilling it. Your ego feels soothed. You have completed the task. Now you are enough. That is a harsh and unsustainable environment to live in, my love. I believe it is better to soothe your heart. How do I do that? You're the only one who could figure that out. I'm sorry. When your heart is happy, you can be deeply creative, loving, connected, caring, energetic, happy. Every single one of those words is really important. Remember those moments where you felt genuinely creative, loving, caring, like how that pours out of your heart and there is peace and everything is calm and you're in heaven. Those moments. Connected, I mean nature, I mean spirit, I mean to yourself. That connection that makes this physical world all that much richer. Energetic, like you're just excited, you just have energy to do things. You're not trained. Following your mind can drain you. I feel like sometimes we operate, and now I'm like just channeling this. Take it however it works for you, but so we work sometimes from up to down, like upwards, downwards, but I feel like it's downwards, upwards, and that makes it such a slower process. Now, let me explain something. I personally, and I'm gonna be open, feel energy, right? So when I speak this way, it's because I genuinely, and I'm not gonna go into details right now, maybe another time, I feel the energy moving. I know how it feels like energetically to act upwards, downwards. And now I'm realizing it and I'm explaining it my own way. Maybe in 10 years. Maybe sooner, but who knows? I'm not attaching. Maybe someday when someone, I'm not gonna put a number to it, when someone watches this, they'll be like, yeah, that is me. Because I haven't seen anyone talk about this the way that I have. I don't consume a crazy amount of content. And I'm not looking for it. But still, I haven't. It hasn't come easily forward. So, now when I say downwards, upwards, it feels slow as fuck. It feels really slow. Like, it feels almost like the earth, like brown and then red. And it starts coming up and up and up slowly. And it's because you're building something that's worth freaking building. Your mind is so quick. You can build so many things with your mind. And I wrote this the other day. Just a little quote, I guess. Money serves your ego. And that's not to turn off all your money manifestation and be like, oh, now I have a negative connotation to money, so I won't even think about this, because no. Let's look at the truth for a second. Money serves the mind. Why? Because you can create so quickly and your mind gets an idea and you're like, yeah, let's get it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. That is your mind constantly. I want to put my hair up. That is you operating out of your mind. And money makes operating out of your mind easier. And it makes building a life around your mind easily. Living on Earth means challenges. And I don't want to turn you off. I mean, think of the animal realm. Yes, we have easier lives as humans, but are they really? I feel like they're more complex in many, many other ways. We do get to have comfort. We do get not to freeze to death in winter. but we also get a shit ton of disconnection, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I want to keep reading. Your relationships get better because your scope to give and receive love is larger. So, when your heart is happy, you can be deeply creative, loving, connected, caring, energetic, happy. Your relationships get better because your scope to give and receive love is larger. And for me, relationships is the most important thing. I just heard finish reading. I don't know if I should listen to you. Okay, this mind-centric world is killing our animal instincts. Innate love, listen to this, killing our animal instincts. Innate love, trust, connection. Follow your nature. As animals, we all have our own nature. Are you a wolf? Are you a bird? Or are you a dolphin? Now I want to share something with you. This whole manifestation thing. I never talk about this, which is quite funny. Just so 11/11. I want to move you a little bit. No, I think that's a bad idea, actually. Okay. I'm talking to someone. You're stressing yourself the fuck out, baby. You think my mind needs to be here, my heart needs to be here, maybe my womb needs to be here. Boom, 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 back to back work. I feel so connected to wolves right now. But maybe I also like wolves and insects. Those are my thing. Those are being my guides right now. Life is life, baby. Sometimes a cub dies. Sometimes you fall off the tree. I'm thinking of insects. And you have been walking maybe 10, like the equivalent to 10K for a human, and you fall off, and now you have to start over. And they do it with so much fucking grace. You know what the freaking problem is? That our heart isn't in it. When your heart is in it, your heart is beating right now. It's creating energy around you. But that's not the point. The point is that your heart is beating, is alive, and it has an immense force. It has, I think it's a stronger muscle in your body, but that is relevant right now. It's just a detail. The point is that your heart has, you have your physical heart, and then your energetic body. And that energetic body can get you to do anything. If you're in love, because I'm gonna explain like this, that insect, that little ladybug, is in love with the idea of going up that tree. That's gonna be her life's purpose. And if she falls, she's gonna get back up and she's gonna go. But why? Why? Not because her ego is telling her that if she goes up that tree, she's gonna be enough. Not because of that, because she fucking loves it. She would rather be not doing anything fucking else. That's where she wants to be. And that's the thing. I'm gonna read this again at the end, smoothly, from beginning to end. But baby, I said, that is a harsh and unsustainable environment to live in. Soothing your ego and following an empty mind, because a mind on its own is the emptiest thing or the emptiest environment that you can live in. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to be oozing life, and I want to use the word ooze specifically. It's like liquid coming out of your pores. It's romantic, it's soft, it trickles down slowly, just like honey. It has life, it has sweetness, it has tartness, it has a little bit of sourness. It has a little bit of everything to just make it fucking perfect. Your ego makes all these plans related to the person who you want to be. Great. But then, as you fulfill these activities, you find yourself to be consumed, lifeless, and dreading. Doing new things isn't scary. At least not scary enough to make you dread acting. Not really. Not really. The thing is that your ego is making plans without asking your heart to sign off on them. Making a choice without having your heart in it is the same as making no choice at all. So, the whole "but I feel better after" phenomenon happens, I believe, because of conditional love and validation. Now, don't go beating yourself up. Of course you feel better after. It makes total sense. It's valid, if we need to say that. You had a plan, and you're fulfilling it. Your ego feels soothed, finally. You can rest, your mind can shut up, and you can go to bed. Do your nighttime routine, take a shower, eat something, and be at peace with yourself. You have completed the task, now you are enough. That is a harsh, and deeply unsustainable environment to live in. At least for someone as sensitive as I am. And if you're a sensitive being, goodness gracious, probably the exact same thing is happening to you and has happened to you all over and over again. You're not unreliable. And yes, you are emotional. But maybe you're like that for a reason. I'll let you choose. You know better. You know better than I do about yourself. Okay. I believe it is better to soothe your heart. When your heart is happy, you can be deeply creative, loving, connected, caring, energetic, and happy. Your relationships get better because your scope to give and receive love is larger. This mind-centric world is killing our animal instincts. Innate love, trust, and connection. Innate love, trust, connection. Follow your nature. As animals, we all have our own nature. Are you a wolf? Are you a bird? Or are you a dolphin? I made this little thing. Now I want to do something fun, which I'm a little bit nervous to do, but at the same time really excited. And this is precisely what I meant when I said doing new things isn't really that scary, at least not scary enough to make you dread it. If you're dreading it, then it isn't for you. And I know that can be so hard in a world where work is so deeply interconnected with dread and fear and survival. It's so hard to understand that, and it's so easy to feel like you're entitled and delusional. So freaking easy. And for anyone watching this, maybe when I'm up someday in the future, right now I'm not in a good place financially, and I depend on other people that I would rather not depend on. And it's very hard to admit these things to yourself, to admit your sensitivity, to admit how in some areas you can go so deep, but in some others you can barely put a toe in, and it's not your freaking place to put your toe in there. And that can be so hard to admit. I'm not a hustler. I'm not a boss babe. I need to feel held. And if I don't feel held, I can't do this. What? Are you a functioning adult? Are you a functioning adult? Like, what are you going off about? I don't know what's in store for me. This was very, like, premonitory. I'm gonna take that as a word. I don't think it is. Prophetic. I can use that word. Feels very prophetic. I don't know what the future has in store for me right now. I have a vision board right there. That vision board, I'm not going to because it's gorgeous. But it might as well go to the fucking trash. It could. So many parts of it have fallen apart. Maybe people, I don't know if people in the vision board or realm talk about that enough. How you can make a vision board and it can just be like ready to, just a pile of scraps that you put together. Might as well be. I mean, it is gorgeous. It does have that to itself. I wish I could have a table, and I have ideas for what I want to do with this channel. But I'm not getting ahead of myself because this is a slow process. My heart needs to be in it. And I'm letting whatever's gonna happen. I also understand that a lot of the fears, as much as they feel so physical and so real, exist in my head. And also that this is a time to be I'm not sharing my ideas. I'm sharing my ideas with y'all. Not even that much. Just don't go off telling people that your vision board is useless. You don't have to. Just pay attention. Okay. So we have time and we have death. Time of death. Okay, I want to show you this. I have been going through a death process, you could say. I lit a red candle for transformation, and then I lit. How do you say lit in the past? Lit. I lit it. No, I lit another candle. Also red because I only have red candles. But in black, I would have lit a black candle. But in black, I put morte in it, which means death, maybe. I don't know in what language, but it definitely means dead. And the energy, like fire, can be so powerful for me. And yeah, it was nice. It was nice. What I'm trying to say is that I've been going through the process of death, like very strongly. Not doing anything, not really cleaning after myself, doing the bare minimum. I've been sick. I'm still sick, taking antibiotics. It also feels like the antibiotics are, they really like, you know how you can change the speed in someone's, in YouTube, the video speed, it feels like it moves it back, and I'm like, whoa. You know, that's exactly how it feels like. So we have death and time. Now, these are the ones who got me. These are new. I made them recently. Fun stuff. Perfectionism is killing you. Stop. I think someone is trying to make you feel low about yourself. That is the energy that I was reading on. It's like, baby, you're being too harsh. But what I want to pull is not the negative. I would like to pull some positive cards to give us some shits and giggles, to give us some little giggles, some little like, oh. Learn the deeper meaning of trust. And sometimes I don't like when I'm giving chores in a reading. I don't know if this can be made or called tarot, but just bear in mind that your trust, if you're watching this, there's something really important with trust. And you'll feel it and you'll know. So, trust is transforming for you right now. And take this as an affirmation. You can breathe it in and tell your mind and your ego, I don't have to do anything about this. And then quiet. Even be quiet within your own mind. I find that very... I find that very useful. The negative cards, there aren't so many. negative isn't bad, are coming out right now. Okay, this one says, I don't even want to read it, but this one says overconfidence or insecurity. I want a clarifier for that one, please. Okay. Follow your intuition. I'm gonna pull one more from here because I am in love with this deck that I made. What am I doing? Okay, I pulled 2 cards. Healthy body. I think I have 3. Holy shit. Okay. Healthy body, happy heart. Rest and watch Trek. I love you. And enjoy this random times. Okay. Got it. Oh, this is what I need to remind you. I get it. Okay. It's almost obvious for me now because I've been processing it a lot. And I'm so quick sometimes. Honestly, I feel like my inner clock for transformation goes so quickly. Okay. So let me give you the gist. I'm a bit nervous. As you may know if you watch this, my shoulders get tense when I get worried of what other people think of me. So yeah, that's happening. So healthy body, happy heart. Rest and watch Trek. Enjoy these random times. Follow your intuition. Overconfidence and insecurity. Love and trust. This is telling you not to be so hard on yourself. Admit to yourself that you're messy. And that you're fucked up sometimes. And that you don't have to change it. Your ego is gonna be like, some people's egos sometimes get like that, but I don't feel like yours. I feel like you are internalizing other people's opinions about you and about their own ego. When you say things like that, like, oh, you don't have to do this and you don't have to do that. Just let it be. I would like to say right now, the upwards and downwards system that a lot of us work in. I'm not saying that's whatever. Doesn't really help because you're trying to find a solution for everything. And what you have to understand is that you have your own way of doing things. I have the Laurel, I think you said Laurel in English. With the number 7, and I have the 7 of time and death here. And this is a message that I've kept on getting, and I have mastery as well with the 11. Remember we saw 11. So, look, girly. Right now, time is going by. And in that time, there's transformation and death happening. And you don't quite know within this darkness what's gonna happen on the other side. But the message that I keep getting from various readers, and the message that I am being reminded of right now, is that on the other side, there is life. And there are dreams come true. And I know that seems quite crazy. But the path that you need to follow right now is the path that makes you feel held, and soothed. Even if that seems wrong to you. Follow that. I'm not going to say any more because you don't need any more than that. You know. You are a master of what you do. You're really special. And you have been in this incubation your whole life. And perhaps it feels like you're too old now, funnily enough. But no, you're not too old. You're not too old. You are looking for things that the average human does not look for, because you're here to create a lot of change in a lot of people's lives. I don't know how many. It is open. It is not like this set in stone. I need to manifest millions of readers, millions of views. No, it's not about that. It's about knowing that you're here to change people's lives when you're not really fucking trying. And that can be really triggering for you and the people that you have looked up to. Because the people that you have looked up to would have made you feel like that is not acceptable. Like you don't get to just be yourself, or in their own frame of mind, lay around and be a hedonist. I don't know how to say that, but be experiencing pleasure constantly or comfort constantly and still change and evolve. But the thing is that it's not about being comfortable all the time, it's about following your nature, the peaks and valleys. As a bear goes through their life cycle, they find themselves in really abundant and really abundant chapters, and chapters of a lot of hard work. And the thing is that when you stop thinking, and I'm not saying that you have to stop thinking altogether, but this is what you need to hear right now. When you stop thinking and you allow yourself to go with the waves, this is a lot to do with your animal instincts. You get to be comfortable. Why? Because you're following the root of the water. You're not going against current. And a lot of these motivational speakers, which they can have their space and their time, fucking trust me on that. It's not all or nothing. It's not black or white. It's not this or that. Like, stop that. Stop canceling and stop pretending that there's one fucking truth. There are times for one truth and there are times for other truths. So, as you go through this, you get to be comfortable because you're following your heart. It's like, I really want to go through this, I don't know, I want to go through this tunnel. Or I'd rather not do anything else than go up that mountain. And it looks cold, and it looks treacherous, but I want to do that. You know, it's that energy. And sometimes you doubt yourself, but somehow, in some way, you keep going. And that's exactly what I mean. If you find yourself, your mind can think about going back and how irrational it is, what you're doing, whatever. It's not about that. I've seen this woman climbing right now. Very short skirt with like leathery skirt, and she has braids. And kind of like a leathery crop top with those, how are those thingies called? If you know, whatever. I think she might have boots. All of the three things are the same color. My point is that home is where your heart is. So let's pull some things. This video is shorter than when I thought it was. 32 minutes. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, King of Pentacles. As I said, I'm not going to go into details because this is a message for me. But I will tell you the energy, of course. How rude of me it would be, like, to just be like, and not tell you anything, you know? Okay. King of Cups, I want to show you. I want to let you get to your own conclusions, but at the same time, I'll tell you some things to string you along. Okay. And Queen of Pentacles. I need a clarifier for the King of Pentacles. Be nice to yourself. Okay. Whoa. I'm taking everything up right. Don't worry about time. I know you probably will, but I want to tell you that. Okay. Justice and the Six of Pentacles. I know I'm speaking right now, so that won't allow you to really go into the cards on your own. So I'm going to give you my take, and then maybe you can pause, do whatever you want. Do whatever you need. Okay, so it's okay to need. First of all, you're stepping into this energy where you're being held. It's like allowing yourself to be in this feminine energy and being surrounded by a masculine energy that feels external, but in reality, it's manifesting so strongly outside of you, and it's holding you. And don't think this is one, I mean, it is one masculine energy. Okay, there's something really important here about oneness. Okay, yeah, I'm remembering something I wrote yesterday. Okay. So, Queen of Pentacles. You are going to be fine financially. something that's really important for you to know is that you need to buy things, you need to decorate your house, you need to eat nice food, you need to eat the best produce that there is and the best meats that there are, and that is fucking okay. That is fucking okay. Like, it's okay to pay money for all these things, and if you think other people are judging you, it's because you're judging yourself. And that can be really useful for me because it helps you understand that, hey, actually, I can fix this. I don't need to go talking to 20 people about my feelings right now because I understand you. That sometimes can feel very fucking unnecessary. It's like I'm wasting my time. Not because they're not receptive, but because you start adding their own stories to it, and you're like, this is not what I need. What I actually need is to sort this out with myself. So know that you can sort this out with yourself. Now, King of Pentacles and King of Cups, your pocket and your emotions, you're gonna feel held physically and physically and internally. They're both physical, but it's a very physical feeling of being held. Like, if you want love, you will feel loved. If you want peace, you will feel, or you are feeling. We want to manifest it. It's like, this is really important to you. You will feel peace. Don't, whatever. Okay, so know that. And then I want to pull clarifiers for the King of Cups because he deserves them. But know that you are fixated. Okay, this is so strong. You are fixated on the material aspect of it a lot more right now. Not because you want one more. Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. You're fixated on a King of Pentacles, not because you want that King of Pentacles more than you want a King of Cups energy, but because, okay, I was seeing numbers like 11 is 6 plus 5. I'm like, okay, come back. But because the King of Pentacles is this balance for the first time, maybe even in your life. And it's justice. Look at how we're getting the balance fucking twice. I think this is the same queen, just with a different hairstyle. I think so. She looks like the same girl. She has the same nose. To me, at least. She's just in different lighting. And she's coming in with the sword to be like, you know, baby, let's cut all this out. You are being too hard on yourself. You get some love. You get to genuinely soothe yourself. Let's get this survival mode out of the way. That's what this King of Pentacles is bringing, and that is so important to you because your physical realm is, and I don't mean your emotions, because that, you know, you can deal with, but it's like, this feels so out of your hands that you're holding on to dear life to this guy. Okay, but now the King of Cups. I'm a little bit nervous for the King of Cups, I'm not gonna lie. Card is already falling. I'm gonna shit my pants. Can I pull one more? I just heard no. This is enough. I have this as my background, not this literal card. Actually gonna pull it out. But for the King of Cups, of freaking course, of everything that could have come out, what's the probability the Two of Cups came out? I got a reading with it yesterday night. Of course I've been manifesting it. Okay, I'm gonna show you my background. We take it easy over here, and then we'll be done, baby girls. You'll pull out the message that you need from here. Okay, babies. Okay, so you're holding on to your life to the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Cups. This guy, this amazing guy, makes you feel so good about yourself. because he can be so loving and okay, no, I'm not gonna say that, because he can be so loving and there can be so much peace. The thing is that you're not ready for this. You're not ready to be held like this. You see how he has his own warm cup and the other guy has his own warm cup. And they both have their cups full, ready for drinking, but let's hug each other first. For a little bit. And that's the thing, before you can really connect with this King of Cups, and I'm not saying that you're not connecting with that energy right now, but before you can truly get into like desiring this King of Cups, you need to get this sorted with this King of Pentacles. And once you get this King of Pentacles energy sorted, you can begin to become the Queen of Pentacles. What I like about this deck, the Queen of Pentacles in this deck, is that the background reminds me of the Empress card a lot. It's a very luscious, it has water and everything. Magical forest and landscape. Look at that little guy. Like, I love this card. I love this card. There are roses. Everything is in bloom. The flowers are in bloom. She's a creative being. Someone with tattoos just makes me think of a creative being. She chose that outfit. She's a creative being. She, when you choose your outfit and choose your hair, you are creative. If you take the time to do your hair and choose wisely your clothes, you are very creative. Of course I get the Queen of Hearts. Of course I do. Of course I do. Okay, so this is the Two of Cups that I have in my background. This is the Two of Hearts. I want to tell you that they made for life. Swans. And now, of course, the complementary is that we got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, wait a fucking second. What are the odds? Again, what are the odds? Someone tell me. King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, and I'm like, okay, there's an unbalance here. And then I go looking for the Two of Hearts, and then the Queen of Hearts is in the bottom of the deck, which is the Queen of Cups. And now they're both complemented. They're so perfect together. So this is what this is telling me. This is you, baby girl. Being that heart center being. Where did that voice come from? Multiply your talents. Multiply your talents. So, everything is just in balance right now. It's crazy. There's so much balance. Okay, I don't want to make this longer than 45 minutes. But everything is just in balance. I feel like that's so important. And that's where you're going. After this time of death, you will succeed. And you will find mastery. Trust me. The seed that you planted a long time ago that you don't even remember that you did. And I actually have the seed card right here. Has been nourished. This card makes me think of that. 1 second. I'm just getting good pulls right now. Has been nourished in the best way. This makes me think of the moon and how to have a good harvest, you need to work with the moon. I heard that somewhere. And I feel like it's this moon energy of like something has been working this whole time on your favor, even through all the ups and downs. And I heard something the other day of things don't need to be going well in your life for you to be in the right path. This is new. This is different. We'll see how it evolves. I'm honestly not trying to look more than a couple steps ahead because I've been looking at 10,000 steps ahead. And that is not really who I am. It has been diluting me, like making me be lackluster version of myself. So I don't know how to end this. I love you, I guess. Goodbye.